tonight. It's the main event, Bahrain Tier 3. It is, I think, round 5, I want to say. Yes, round 5. There's a little bit to go through, so we're going to try and get it as quickly as I can over towards you, the news, the headlines of what's going to happen in this race. Basically, we're going to have a one-shot qualifying, just so, because people don't have much time, really. So we're going to have a one-shot qualifying, and then go straight onto the sprint race, which consists of 10 laps around the 15 turns of 5.12-kilometer track in Bahrain. And speaking of the Bahrain track, it has a very tricky turn 2 and 3 DRS zones. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how much DRS comes into play, because usually some tracks have only 2, where of course Bahrain has 3, and definitely benefits speed. Obviously, that's what DRS is for, not to be Will Buxton. But I haven't really prepared for the start, not really what to say, which isn't good. But anyways, if there's any people, you know, like leaving the session, like I think Varowski just did. I'm pretty sure. When stuff like that happens, then I will be able to send them an invite. So we can. And when that happens, there might be some stuff in the background that, you know, is entertaining, but unfortunately, you know, I have to go on and do this. I'm pretty sure I've just sent the invite to Varowski again. Let me just give me a second. Varowski. Anyways, we're here and we done and dusted. We're starting off here inside of the one-shot qualifying, and Chaos straight away is P1, but then Matador comes in, but now he's falling down the order. JMO's now P2, he's of course P2 with the standings, but there's a big spin by Call Me Eddie, and now here comes Maldi. He's in P3 right now. He's of course P2 in the standings. JMO's P1 in the standings. These two going head to head in the championship, but so far Chaos is superior out of the both of them. Maldi jumps up on JMO. They're practically side by side in terms of pacing, but Maldi's falling down the order. He's up into P3 now, though, but he's battling with his teammates. Maldi up into P2. He's so close to JMO. JMO's currently paused. We go into the sprint race here in Bahrain, and now he's P1, JMO slipped down to P2. It's all a matter of pace, and it looks like so far Maldi's got it into this long left-hander now. Can Maldi keep up this pace and then claim the victory inside of the qualifying? But no! JMO comes straight back at him, and he's able to get pole at the moment, but Maldi comes back in with it. He broke late into the turn, but now Maldi is P1, and JMO slipped down to P3. It's now P2 for JMO, but now it's P1 for JMO in the last turn. Side effects is now P1. Maldi's P2. Can he get pole right at the last second? Oh no, he can't. And his teammate Side Effects is able to beat him out to it. 1-2 for Ferrari. Can you believe it? So I'm just inviting Somebody else from the lobby. I thought it was Verosky, but it wasn't. But someone said they needed an invite, but it's not their actual thing. It's Chaos. Chaos. I don't know how he's lagged out of the session. I mean, he was P1 in this. He was P1 so far, but I didn't have him down. That's odd. He's Xbox, isn't he? I'll see though. Oh. Okay. Os. I genuinely, yeah, he is on actual Xbox, so I don't know how he's managed to lag out of everybody. But I had to do a very brief rundown of what was happening tonight, so I'll go it through again. It was in a blip basically in the one-shot qualifier, but it's these side effects up top: Maldi P2, Jema P3, Tekkas P4, Alpha P5, Memo P6, Tierman P7, Toman P8, Yilmaz P9, Perillo P10, Chaos P11, Rafita P12, Verosky P13, Moncho P14, Matador P15, Papa P16, Elite Ping P17, Cormiedi P18, and Alves P19. But going into the sprint race, here's what the standings are looking like in STB in Tier 3. So far, JMO is still up top in first place with 68 points on the board, but Maldi is just behind with 62 points. That's a 6-point gap into this one, folks. So if Maldi can gain 6 points or more, booyaka in the place, as he would say, and he would be able to jump JMO in the standings and would be able to get P1 in the standings. They've been trading that P1 for quite some time now so far this season. They might just trade it one more. Going on to the Bahrain track in of itself then, it's 15 turns, a 5.412 kilometre track, and has a very tricky turn too, and with lots of chances for overtaking spots for 3 DRS zones. In terms of the constructors now, Ferrari up top, and they have a 23-point gap to Alpine, who are just in second. Memo is disqualified from the session. So here we go then. We're just about ready under the floodlights here for Bahrain. All red up top. Ferrari come out on top in the one-shot quali. Who's going to come out top after 10 laps? Five red lights. Green light, go, go, go here for the sprint race. Bahrain STB Tier 3, round 5. And Manny with a brilliant start. He can go up straight into P1 into the first turn. We go now. The two Ferraris side by side. Now going into the second turn. Is there going to be any spins, any tragedies into that second turn? No, there isn't. Going on to this short straight. Now Maldi has the edge on his teammate side effects. They're literally side and side. Neck and neck going into this long right-hander. Who's going to come out on top? Maldi has that inside line going into the left, right, and right-hander. These two going side by side, the two Ferrari men. This is beautiful stuff. But now look at this. This invites JMO back into the equation. They touch. Side effects and JMO touch. And now onto the straight. JMO might just have the edge. Side effects though. He's practically side by side going into turn 11. Look at that from Tekkas. 2 positions in one by a my. 2 for 1 special like it's Tesco's. But Maldi now with a 5/10th gap over to second place so far in the sprint race. Side effects from P1 down into P4. Oh my, what a start to this sprint. Alves now side by side here with Toman, and he has the edge on Toman. Yes, is. And side effects here still behind, but you can see Tekkas. How much ERS is he using to keep up with Maldi then? Maldi's used none in terms of ERS at all. Onto the straight now. What's happening at the back? who's gone where. You can just see Yilmaz has a perfect view up top of him. And you can see Tiemann is so close to the backside of Alpha. He's going to look at it for the first turn. You can see those side effects looking for that move on JMO. And I think he's got it going into the second turn now. The two going side by side. And looks like the Ferrari's just got the edge. We're going to quickly swift our attention over to it. But you can just see behind. Tiemann's getting very close. Now side by side they go. The Alfa Romeo and the Aston Martin. Looks like Tiemann just has the edge. And he's got the manoeuvre done and dusted. Now Chaos and Varosky going side by side. Looks like Chaos just ahead of the AlphaTauri. Speaking of AlphaTauri, they are the worst team in the constructors right now. But there's Elite Ping dive down the inside of the Haskar. The Haskar, I think, just broke really deep. And there's Chaos with a huge moment. And now that brings everybody in to collect their positions. Big mistake by Chaos, as now Cormieri's sniffing at the backside of him. Tiemann, though, he just got the overtake on Alpha. He could have an overtake on JMO. Right now, 12 points. 15 points. 12 points, yeah. 12 points. Well, no, because it's 8, 7, 6, 5. And you can see Tiemann going side by side with Alpha once more here. Alpha looking for that switchback. So far, Maldi's getting a 3-point lead. And now you can see Tiemann is having just about the edge of 17 milliseconds. This is side by side. This is 3 wide going into the first turn. This is the entertainment we were wanting to see for so long. It looks like the Alfa Romeo Alpha. Oh, I was going to say the Alfa Romeo gets the worst of it. But it looks like it's Tiemann in the end. Oh, my. Big mistake. He spins on the throttle. Like I was saying, very tricky turn 2. You go on the throttle a bit too eagerly, you spin, and that is the prime example. But like I was going to say, Maldi so far gaining 3 points on JMO. This will put the gap to 3 points going into the Grand Prix. So he wouldn't overtake at all. It would just be 3 points going into the Grand Prix. Just closing the gap down that tiny bit more. You can see DRS is now becoming a factor, and you can see how much more ERS Maldi has over to Tekers. A lot more saved up, so surely when he needs to use it, he'll be able to gap, really, Tekers. But Tekers, by the way, the reason why he's only in P2 in the first place is because of that brilliant move at turn 11. Just dive down the inside of 2 cars, got 2 in 1. Got the manoeuvre done and dusted. Fantastic manoeuvre there from Tekers, and that's what brings him in such a high spot here in the sprint race. Lap 3 out of 10, and there's been plenty of action. I'm sure there's going to be more. Really, we don't see so many cars so tightly bunched up here on just 4 laps. So this is really beautiful stuff. As now Elite Ping looking to fly past Pirillo, and he does so, just not even needing the corner to finish off that move. Just pure speed down the straight, and Toman will do the exact same, but Chaos, wait am I? What a send that was, and it's way too deep. And Toman regains his position back. I think he's just got the DRS off of him there, Toman. So he'll be able also to catch up over to Alves in the Williams, who is P11. Of course, if you want to gain points in the sprint race, you have to be top 8 rather than top 10. So Elite Ping, Memo, Alpha, Yilmaz, JMO, Side Effects, Tekers, and Maldi will all get points in this sprint race right now. DRS will be wide open here for Memo. Big mistake though at turn 11. That could have been very costly. And could have had a big shunt there. But fortunately for him, he didn't. But he's still staying on the backside of Alpha. A gap forming here. Yilmaz just by himself at the moment, really. Oh, sorry, that's horrible. There we go. Just by himself, really, at the moment. He's 1.8 seconds ahead and 1.2 seconds behind. And the person who is 1.2 seconds behind is JMO. And then from then on, it's pretty much pedal to the metal, extremely close. You can see how much ERS Tekers has used compared to Maldi, who's pretty much got all the ERS in the world to play with. So, I'm not too sure if that's going to fare out later on in the Grand Prix. Sprint race. I'm going to get that mixed up a few times, so do forgive me. But Memo side by side here with Alpha into the first turn. Who's going to get the better out of both of them? Looks like Memo just stays behind, looking to fend off that DRS, and now he's going to fly past Alpha in the Alfa Romeo. Maneuver done and dusted, really, but it looks like Alpha could come back at him. No, through the left-hander, right-hander. He's not going to be able to get anywhere near. And so, Memo stays ahead. Do forgive me if any audio glitches do happen. We've already got enough stuff that is going to happen so far. So we don't need anything more. So if it does happen, ignore it, basically. And if you can't ignore it, then that's your fault. But, nevertheless, here in the floodlights at Bahrain, we got Alves here with a 3/10 gap over to Rafita. That's quickly turned to a 4/10, but nevertheless, the Portugueseman doesn't have necessarily a lot of pace, but when he's on his day, he can move up into those midfield battles, and it looks like he's trying to do just that. Brilliant exit off of the turn, and now into the last turn here. That 14th turn coming into play. Now the 15th. Ooh. Rafita says no to that one. Maybe he's looking for a switchback, a good old up and under, sorry. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. He's going to get the DRS, though. I don't think he's going to get the overtake. Moncho and Tierman. Oh, Tierman, big mistake. And the Aston Martin slipping down the order. He might just be last place, you know. Matador's going to meet with him here onto this straight. I think Matador's going to get past. Well, it's side by side going into the first turn now between the Aston Martin and the Red Bull. This is interesting. I think the Aston Martin's just fended off Matador, and he has. Papa and Viroski has just traded places. Viroski up into P15 into this sprint race, and now you can see how close this top of the grid is, really. It's fantastic. It's just what you want to see here in STB. So close to each other, it's just a matter of pace. And you can see, Maldi just has so much pace here in Bahrain. He was telling me just before he was coming online, we were in a party together, and he said to me, do you know what, Silent? Do you know what, Pistol? I'm really consistent around here, you know. I'm hitting 130s every single lap. And, well, he's proving that pace here. My, isn't he? I mean, just a lot of ERS saved up compared to Tekker's. He hasn't even got DRS, but he's managed to maintain a 5/10 gap for pretty much most of this sprint race. I had a little bit of a lag in my mind, basically, but yeah, pretty much Tekker's just doesn't seem to be as quick as Maldi, and that's just the facts of it. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest, that game audio for me is really annoying, because I'm gonna turn that off on my headset because it's really annoying. It's just glitching everywhere. But Pirlo with an overtake here on Alves, or they just might be side by side going into the second turn. No, Alves makes sure to cover that off, and now he's up into P9, so he is having a very good day here for the midfield battle. But look at that, Alpha coming right back at him. Oh, and they touch. Did Alpha just turn it a little bit too much to cause that touch? But here we go, left-hander, right-hander, Tillman retired. Rafita versus Alves here onto this short little straight section. Going into this right-hander, you can see the AlphaTauri looking for a pick up the inside of Rafita. That he does. Toman going to be side by side with Rafita going into turn 11. This is where Tekker's got the maneuver up the inside of both of two cars. I think it was Side Effects and JMO, it was. And it looks like Rafita just repeating that, but only one car this time. Alpha and Elite going side by side into this left-hander, now right-hander. Looks like Elite Ping was able to cover that off, and he keeps his P7. Side Effects is going to be searching for a maneuver up Tekker's. He has been for quite some time, around 3/10 off towards Tekker's, and he's going to have some DRS. He's got more ERS to play with. It's just a matter of if he's going to use it. It doesn't look like he's going to now. Sorry. Yeah, and you can just see No real battle. Ooh, was that a mistake there by side effects, or did he just want a better exit here onto this straight? He's going to get DRS wide open now here on Tekers. I think Tekers is just too slow here. Here is the Ferrari up against the Red Bull. It looks like down the inside, side effects will go, going into the left and the right hand of side effects alongside, and now he's ahead, but you can see Tekers coming right back at him. They're still side by side for P2 in this sprint race, going into this right hairpin. Basically, you can see J-Mo like a sly fox looking behind this battle. You can see he's coming into play now, looking for the overtake where he can, he cannot, but he's going to have a front row seat to Tekers moving up the inside here in turn 11 on side effects. J-Mo is just watching all of this. He cannot get a maneuver. He can't look up the inside or outside of either one of them. Side effects has to just obey the pace of Tekers, and Tekers keeps his P2, but look at the gap that's now created over to Maudi now, 1.9 gap over to Maudi. My Alpha, big mistake, he spins, but I mean, Tekers, he does not have any ERS, and somehow he's able to cling on to this P2, but you can see side effects now really gaining and gaining now into the turn 15 out of 15 here in Bahrain. Maybe a switch maneuver going to be performed here by side effects. My what an absolute beauty. He's now alongside, he's now ahead, but now the Red Bull, oh my, here comes J-Mo. Look at the speed he's got. He's going to look round the outside into turn 1 here in STB in the sprint race. It looks like side effects is just about going to keep it though. Tekers looking to go side by side with him as well, but J-Mo's already got a driver alongside him. He's already got the company. He does not need any more, and now he's looking for it again round the outside of side effects into a different turn. And you can see the Haskar of Yilmaz going for an overtake now on Tekers, but J-Mo is still side by side with this Ferrari. My, what a battle for P2 in this sprint race. It's absolutely fantastic, just what STB is all about. J-Mo is still side by side with side effects. Who's going to get the better exit here going into turn 11? Is J-Mo going to do a Tekers and go up the inside into turn 11? I think he will. Is the Alpine going to get the better exit? I think he will. Oh no, big touch there by side effects. He's able to do a hit and run. He's overtaken, and now look at that. J-Mo's overtaken by both the cars, but there's Tekers looking for a move up the inside. He's got the maneuver done and dusted. Side effects is still behind here. J-Mo can't look for a move, and you can just see out of all of that in 2 laps, they've still kept their same exact position from P2 to P4. My oh my, what a sprint race, what a battle. My oh my, this is what STB is all about. Side effects is to come straight back at the Red Bull there on the outside. They're not giving me a break. They're not giving me a breather on commentary. Look at the better exit that side effects has. Out of turn 15 out of 15. DRS wide open going onto the straight. Look at J-Mo there. He's got the speed. Oh no. Oh no, that's a big shunt. That's a huge shunt. My oh my. Both side effects and Tekers into the wall. And it looks like Yilmaz is going to get an overtake on side effects. J-Mo. Drama. Oh my. Too much pace to handle. With J-Mo hits the back of Tekers. Tekers into the side of side effects, and side effects into the wall. I don't know how on earth side effects didn't drop down even more positions from that. What a battle though up until that horrid moment. That is J-Mo's fault. I'm assuming he'll get a time penalty after that. Really, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I cannot believe what I just saw. Toman going slow. I'm assuming he span. So did Pirillo. I think that's actually a reset to track, which is illegal here in STB. Alpha getting overtaken by Tekers. Tekers with a 3-second time penalty. Bad to worse for Tekers. I mean, it was definitely J-Mo's fault. We could just see there were side effects. I mean, it was 1,000% his fault. Alpha re-overtakes. Tekers has no front wing, but he can't pit, obviously. It's the last lap. And Maudi comes across the line to take all the 8 points. And now he goes into the Grand Prix with not only a great boost in mentality, but also with just great pace. Absolutely unbelievable stuff from the Ferrari man. A 1-2 for Ferrari for the start. Now a 1-4 for Ferrari at the end. Still though, P4 for side effects. He won't be too disappointed at that, even though he started P1 in the sprint. Maudi will be extremely happy with his victory. here in the sprint race. Of course, that moment for JMO, I'm not too sure if he's going to keep that P2 because of that moment here in the sprint race. So all the 7 points he would have gained if he's to get a penalty and to go, I think, I can't lie, that kind of has to be at least 5 seconds or 10 seconds on penalties, but I don't think he'll actually drop down any position. So 50-50 on whether or not he will still keep those 7 points, but nevertheless, still, Mardy will be able to close down that gap inside of the driver's standings, which was his main aim going into the sprint race and will still be his main aim going into the Grand Prix. But speaking of the sprint race, here's how it finished. Mardy P1 taking all the 8 points available for that sprint race home. JMO P2, Yilmaz P3, 9, Tekers P10, Chaos P11, Pirlo P12, Toman P13, Eddie P14, Matador P15, Papa P16, Viroski P17, Moncho P18, Tiemann P19. What a sprint race! Entertainment left, right and centre. I'm sure the Grand Prix will be nothing but. Join us next, live on Twitch. Sorry, that took me a little bit to get back to you all. I just went ahead and got myself a drink of water to cool me down. But there's a little bit of an argument inside of the chat. Nothing between JMO side effects and Tekers though. Tekers did say that he was quite annoyed at the fact he was P2 and then he dropped all the way down to no points in the sprint race, which is understandable to the very least. So quite sad, but I mean, it's kind of understandable. He's human after all, JMO. You know, when you have so much pace like that onto the straight, sometimes your only option is to deck somebody, which is not an option you want to receive or have to act out. By the way, maybe it's just a bad card that's been dealt to you, which you have to go on with. But I felt like JMO had the options of either backing out from his speed, or rather continue on with it, hope for the best. He went for the second option. It cost him dearly, and it cost also side effects. Well, it didn't actually cost him severely. It cost side effects and Tekers really severely. I mean, Tekers went from P2 in the Grand Prix, you know, flying high in that sprint race, not Grand Prix, but then dropping out of the points. P10 is where he starts on the grid today. Side effects also in P4. Don't know why he's not in the lobby. Let me just fix that for him. I'll invite him right now. If there's any race director glitches, I'll be extremely annoyed. Looks like I can't actually invite him. You're joking. You're joking. No! Oh, for... I have to quit and start. I actually hate my life. Oh, for God's sake. Why on earth, game? Codemasters, you're such a... Honest to God, what absolutely awful game, bro. Absolutely awful. What an awful, awful game. For God's sake, that's so annoying, man! Oh, why, Cone Masters? Why? God's sake, I'm trying to invite somebody back and it just... I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay calm. Actually, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed, man. Why on earth this game has to do this? They've probably already gone lights out now. Oh, for God's sake, game. Why? Actually hate this game, man. If F1 23 does not sort all these bloody issues for lobbies and stuff, I'm going to be so mad. Because it is absolutely ridiculous the amount of times where something's failed in STB and other leagues I commentate on, where something has just completely gone out of order and we've had to restart a lobby 3 times. It's unbelievable. Why? How hard is it to just develop a game without any glitches? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Can't believe it. They're probably already lights out. Just... this game, man, is so annoying. But anyways. Enough ranting. Let's get into the Grand Prix. They've probably already started even. Because that's how awful this game is. But, yeah, let's see. For God's sake. Trying to be a good Samaritan and invite a person who left the lobby back, and it just... I need to try and calm myself down, man. Because I can't commentate when I'm angry. And what on earth has happened? Yilmaz is up top. J-Mo is P2. He's getting hawked out by Techers just behind. Melody has dropped down to P5. How on earth did that happen? I wish I could bloody see it. Oh, for... Anyways. Techers now, P3. He's getting right up the backside here of J-Mo. It's to be expected. He has those soft compound tyres. He started... Look at that. Started P10. He's up into P3. 7 positions up. What a fantastic start. And we'll see if he can continue that great run of form here on lap 2 with another overtake over a title challenger. Oh, well, not only a title challenger, but the title leader, the standings leader, J-Mo. I don't know how Maldi spun all the way there, and Memo has dropped down all the way to P19. And you can just see here, Joe Alves looking for the overtake on Matador. Down the inside, looks like I need to invite somebody. Give me a second, folks. And welcome. Invited. Anyways, oh, you can see J-Mo and Techers going side by side through the first section here. Now you can see DRS wide open here for Techers onto the straight. He just touched the backside there of J-Mo. Yilmaz, though, still leads the way in the Grand Prix. This is fantastic stuff for him. But J-Mo trying to hawk him down, but he's already getting hawked down by somebody else. Pirouetting. As Mafia would say, if only he could commentate today. Looks like Papa needs to rejoin as well. So, actually, I'm not going to bother that because I'll have to go to race director. I respect that he needs to race, but I need to commentate. Do you get what I mean? DRS will be wide. Oh, big touch there from Tech, because I think he might just let J-Mo go by, but it looks like Aliping's already got his sights up for P2 in this Grand Prix. My oh my! The next one sees the gap, takes the position, so does Matt. He's up into P4. Now you have a front row seat to Elite Ping. And Tech is going to go side by side through these sections here in Bahrain. He's on hard compound tyres here. Let's actually go over 2 tyres. Looks like medium, soft, medium. Looks like 3 people on the softs. Everybody else with the normal decisions are either going on mediums or hards. But anyways, Maldi here is going to have the DRS wide open here on Elite Ping. Maybe Elite Ping will close down this gap over to Tekers to when they'll have a battle into the first. And I think they just might here. Maldi's going to have a front row seat at this. And you can just see Elite Ping having to back out. Something that JMO should have done in the sprint race. But he opted not to, and it cost them dearly. You can just see behind, Side Effects going side by side with the McLaren. He's able to keep the position on the McLaren there. A McLaren called Eddie. Or call me Eddie. So, oh no! Big spin there by Tekers! And it's going to be an easy position here for Elite Ping and Maldi. It's up into P3, by the way, getting ahead of his challenger for the championship. That is huge for the Ferrari. He's going to look on to try and overtake the man on a softer compound tyres, which is, of course, Elite Ping. And this is a very weird start to the Grand Prix. You can just see now Tekers. I mean, that time dropping down to P10 then was all his fault. Nobody else's. Or maybe it was someone else's fault and I just didn't see. Maybe Elite Ping actually touched him and then it span around. I'm not too sure. I couldn't see it. But anyways, let's go on to the track map. You can just see there the background Tierman's having some troubles. Maldi. ERS wide open, but you can see Tekers. Look at how close he is up to Vorosky. He is mad. He is mad, and he's going to be searching for an overtake very soon here. ERS is wide open, but he's only got 3%. So we can't really rely on ERS or DRS really to get past. What on earth? What on earth? What have I just seen? Oh my god. That's got to be one of the best things I've ever seen in commentary. Oh, what a moment. Side effects side by side with Alpha. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Most of my laughs you can't even hear because they're so high pitched, so it cuts it out on the microphone. Woo. Woo. Tekers lost his V card from that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I really needed that laugh. Anyways, going back onto the commentating mode. Right here, that was the horror show put on by Tekers and Papa. I think it was Alva's actually that went. Anyways, Side Effects now looking for a move here on the Alfa Romeo of Alpha. Here we go into the first turn. Doesn't even need that turn. He's got the speed from the straight. Looks like the Alfa Romeo will just look to hook it up round the outside, but it invites the McLaren down the inside. No. Looks like Cormieri couldn't pick up a spot there. See a Haskell in the background. If he's having a little bit of troubles, we'll turn our attention over to him. It doesn't look like he's having too much trouble. It's just a little bit of a wiggle on the exit of Sector 2. Looks like Papa needs to rejoin him. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. Sorry if this is annoying you guys. Oh, hold on, actually. I'll actually keep an eye on Maldi going close to Elite Ping. Is he going to battle Elite Ping, though? No. Okay, give me a second. F1X. Papa, right. Loneliness, don't fret. I don't ever want to see you and I never want to miss you again. There we go. Invite to game. There we go. I've got. Or is it Devils? It might be. I'm not sure. This is weird. Confusing. But anyways, Maldi, here you go onto this race called DRS wide open. It doesn't even need the DRS. He's got the maneuver done and dusted onto the straight. Doesn't need the turn. And Maldi with just pure dominance of DRS on the straight. Gets the maneuver done and dusted. But Elite Pig's looking to go right back at him here. The Ferrari and the McLaren going side by side here to the right-hander. The crowd roars their approval for this. Maldi, though, I think he might have just got brake checked just a tiny bit there by Elite Ping, but I think he has to obey the pace of the McLaren. Stays behind. He's currently in P3. Right now, that will be 3 points more. So, oh, but it's Maldi! I was looking down at my notebook to see the note, and then I look up and I see Maldi absolutely flying past after Elite Ping had a massive moment there on the left-hand side of the track. Elite Ping's looked to come straight back at him, though. Here we go. They go side by side once more into the left-hander. Who's going to have the better exit? It looks like it's going to be handed over to Elite Ping. Maldi staying behind once more. What a battle these two are conjuring up. This is fantastic. And now onto the straight. Maldi, I think, is going to have another battle, but this plays all into the hands of Yilmaz. Maldi, DRS, wide open here. Onto the straight. Is he going to be able to go for a move on Elite Ping? Elite Ping doesn't even need to use his DRS to stay here, but he stays ahead no longer. They're side by side down into the first turn, and Maldi gets the maneuver done and dusted. But is Elite Ping going to come straight back at him here onto the short straight? You could just see behind. Side effects looking for a move on JMO, but this is the more superior battle. Round the outside, Elite Ping's looking to go here. Of the Ferrari going into the left-hander, right-hander, who is going to get a better exit? It looks like they're literally equal. The Ferrari versus the McLaren. This is brilliant stuff between the two of them. Maldi versus Elite Ping into this right-hander now. Down the inside goes Maldi. He's still side by side. They're still level with each other after battling for a sector. My oh my, what a battle. It ends into the favours of Elite Ping. But yet again, Maldi's going to have the luxurious DRS onto the straight here. But you can see, Side Effects is looking for a move soon on JMO. Doesn't look like he'll be able to get one. Tex has left the session, so I think he's just genuinely quit, to be honest. Anyways, Side Effects now onto this straight. Can he get a better exit than JMO? I don't know. No, I don't think he has. And you can see onto the straight now. You can see Maldi just behind him. You can just see a battle between Side Effects and JMO occurring, conjuring up here. Is Side Effects going to get past? But look at Maldi. He's looking for a move. At the same time, now Side Effects is looking for one down the inside. The Ferrari goes on the McLaren. Down the inside, the Ferrari goes on the Alpine. Both the Ferraris make a move. They're practically picturesque. The two of them, they're picture perfect. They're literally deja vu between each other, but Elite Ping comes straight back around the outside of Maldi. Looks like the Ferrari's just going to keep the position on JMO, and Maldi stays behind once more against Elite Ping. What a beautiful battle. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of statistics now. And right now, so that's going to be 25. Big mistake by Maldi there, by the way. 25, 18, 15, 12, 10, 10 and 15. 5 points plus 1. As it is right now, as it stands, they're literally equal on points. Both Maldi and JMO are equal on points. This is what STB is all about. This battle between Elite Ping now isn't for just, you know, just pride, basically. P2 in a Grand Prix. It's more than that. It's for points. It's for another switch at the top spot in the standings. This is what it means to both of these men. They're going head to head. What a beautiful Grand Prix. So much drama has happened. More action to come. And it's going to come right now. Down the inside, Maldi goes. Of Elite Ping into turn 1. Going into turn 2. I think Elite Ping just stays behind. But now you can see he's got the DRS onto the straight now. Looking for the inside lane going into the right-hander. And Elite Ping with the over once more in the exact same spot as they did last time. They swap places. And Maudi yet again stays behind, but you can just see, oh no, big moment! Maudi spins off the track! I'm not too sure if it was side effects' fault, but the Ferrari has spun down the order! Big mistake from the Ferrari! And now he's got a mountain to climb to try and swap places with J-Mo in the standings! What have I just seen? Oh, that's so depressing for Maudi. I can tell you he's livid in that party right now. So disappointing from his point of view. And now, Memo with an overtake on Matador. Side effects. I think we'll get an overtake here on Elite Ping, but I mean, Maudi, that's so unfortunate for him. Side effects though onto the straight has DRS wide open here on the McLaren, and the Ferrari looking for the move up the inside he goes of the McLaren. The Ferrari is this time named Side Effects rather than Maudi, and now Side Effects, I don't think he'll be able to keep the position. Look at that onto the left hand side, look at the spin that Elite Ping has, and he re-overtakes for P2 once more. A battle for P2 now between Side Effects instead of Maudi and Elite Ping. Whoa! J-Mo, mate, you got a little bit too eager for that one. That could have been costly. We're going to look at him, though, down onto the straight. He'll have a front row seat to all of this action. You can just see a big mistake there by Elite Ping. It's going to invite for STB, no, for Side Effects to come straight at him here. You can just see, though, Alpha's gaining a lot on J-Mo, though. So if there was a battle to occur between the two, then will your car in the place, as Maudi would put it. Speaking of Maudi, he's getting really close up to the back of Rafita. They're definitely going to swap places soon, let's be honest. There's definitely going to be an overtake performed by Maudi soon. By the way, Tech has retired from the session as Side Effects now onto the straight. Another battle between these two. Ferrari versus McLaren for like the 8th time now. This is unbelievable stuff between the two of them. And now Side Effects looking for a move here. He's got the inside lane. Is he going to get a maneuver done and dusted? You can see J-Mo has a front row seat to all of this. And then you can just see Elite Ping. Oh my, that could have been an easy overtake there. Maudi gets an overtake on Rafita. You can just see the background there. In a distant shot. Elite Ping now looking round the outside there of the Ferrari of Side Effects. Side Effects went extremely defensive into the turn. And I think, you can see a little bit of a wiggle on the exit there by Elite Ping. But Elite Ping stays behind. And now it's Side Effects that finally gets a move. Done and dusted on Elite Ping is J-Mo. Gonna look for a move on the McLaren soon. Yeah, you can see Maudi with the overtake. He's got a 6-second gap now to Alpha, and then a 2/10 gap to J-Mo. So, I mean, it's just so unlucky, really, for Maudi, that moment. I'm not too sure if it was because of a teammate or, you know, I don't know if it's on effects or not, because you could just see, if you look back on the stream afterwards, I flicked behind like this, and I saw Side Effects just nuzzle the backside of Maudi. Did that create the moment? I'm not too sure. If it did, there's going to be some words exchanged between the two of them if it stays like this towards the end. If not, then, well, it's just Maudi's fault. Simple as is. It looks like Alpha is getting really... Okay, Miomas is pitting, surely. Yes, he is. Okay, I was going to say for a second there, that would have been quite the moment. But J-Mo defends, and you can just see no move, no attempt going to be made there by Alpha. So that's a bit of an early pit stop, you could say, there from Yilmaz. Everybody out who's on the mediums is staying out. So I'm not too sure why he has done that. But anyways, Alpha here has been looking for an overtake on J-Mo for quite some time. We'll see if he can actually get that. Oh, wait, I've just noticed. Side Effects doesn't have any DRS, and this is a battle now for P1 in the race, rather than a P2. not to be Will Buxton. But this is getting very interesting now between the two of them. They've already had a beautiful battle for P2. They're now going to potentially have one for P1. This is entertaining. I don't know if Jimmy has any DRS or not. If he doesn't get DRS, by the way, that is huge for Maldi, because then Alpha could have a battle with him. And then Maldi could catch up, and then Maldi could get an overtake. But that would be very rare if that was to happen. Would literally have to play into Maldi's hands perfectly if that was to happen. This is just insanely sad, really, for Maldi at the moment. I mean, you could say he got your card, and he's now behind. Side effects pulling into the pit lane. I'm assuming other medium runners will as well. That does not include Maldi. Rafita comes in, maybe? Yeah, he's coming in. So pretty much everybody onto the mediums now are coming in. Maybe it was just Yilmaz going for a nice cheeky undercut. Not too sure if he's going to get it or not. I think he has, actually. Great stuff from him, to be honest. Good undercut there from Yilmaz, overtaking them, of course. You can see how close Alpha is to JMO. JMO doesn't have any DRS now. So that possibility could happen about, a battle occurring, and then Maldi could gain a position or two. I mean, he would most likely want the 2, but if he could get the 1, that would greatly boost his mentality. You know, most people think a battle for a world title is about skill, about luck. It is about that, but it's mostly about mentality. And that's what Maldi and JMO have in their minds. Every time Maldi steps into a party with me before a race, he tells me, I'm going to win this race, I'm going to get pole this race, I'm going to win this race, I'm going to get pole this race. But so does JMO. That is why they're battling for P1 in the standings. Not because they're just fast, which they are, incredibly fast. I could pick up the pace of them even if I tried. But unbelievable stuff, these two. But now you can see Alpha. It looks like he has a rocket ship on the back of his car, because look at the speed he's got here on JMO. He's going to look for a move up the inside. He goes into turn 1. This is a huge battle, potentially for the championship. And JMO, I think he's going to get a better exit. Oh no! Oh no! Big moment! Big moment! Big moment! It's going to cost JMO and Alpha a lot of time. How is Maldi going to capture? How much time is Maldi going to catch? If he catches up about a second or 2, that's a big moment in this Grand Prix. And now JMO is way outside of the DRS zone now. He's 3 seconds behind for DRS. That is a huge moment in this Grand Prix. This ties it all into Maldi's hands. JMO's going to have poor tyres now because he's in the gravel. That's just what Maldi needed. You can just see they're in his view right now. I'm assuming JMO's absolutely livid in that party chat that they're in right now. But he's got to keep his head down and move on with it, because if he doesn't, then Maldi is right there to give him some unwanted company. Some battles though in the midfield section. Never mind, Memo just span. Pirlo got an overtake here on Papa, and looks like, call me Eddie, and Elite Ping. Oh no, Elite Ping! And he said the session, he said, you know what? F this, I'm out. Can't be bothered anymore. Maldi into the pit lane. He's looking for an undercut. Interesting. Interesting. That's French. But Maldi pulls into the pit lane early, looking for an undercut that Yilmaz got successfully on the medium runners. So couldn't record. What the hell? Work on the. What the? Okay, there we go. Work on the hardset compound runners. You can just see he's behind Alves. If he can get within DRS, that will be quite huge. But I don't think he's going to be able to. I'm just thinking in my head for something. Just give me a second. Okay. So it might be around 25 seconds between the gap from Maudi and JMO. And it takes around 25 seconds for a pit stop. 20 if you're lucky. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, it looks like Elite Pink's bothered to join back now. He said, you know what, I'm fine, I'll join back then. But Alpha now. Is he going to use his ERS? How much ERS is JMO going to use? He's going to use his ERS. Pulls into the pit lane. Looks like JMO's going to go for an overcut then. Side effects also pitting, so it must have been the right call then. Maudi's going to come round the last turn very shortly. He's not going to jump either one of either one of Alpha and side effects. At least I don't think. He just met with Alpha, you know. No, definitely not. Definitely not, no. But how close is Call Me Eddie going to get to Alpha then? Oh, not really close. Never mind. Alpha spawning right in front of Eddie then. No ERS then for Alpha. Maudi is practically waiting for 3 people to pit, which includes JMO, Eddie, and Alves. So pretty much those 3 people ahead of him are pitting soon. If he can get the jump on Eddie and Alves, that'd be pretty huge for Maudi, but I don't think he's going to get it, to be honest. He hasn't got too much pace around here, Jamie. There's a reason why he's P4 in the race rather than his usual P1. Or he's P1 right now, of course, but that's because he's going for an overcut. He's quite high up on the field, so that's obviously going to happen, isn't it? So, is he going to pull into the pit lane right now? He is, okay. How close is Maudi going to get then to JMO as he just pulls into the pit lane right now? Coming around the last 2 turns now, Maudi goes. Needs to go around these as quick as he can. No, he's not going to do it. There's no way he can. He's battling with Alves now, which is definitely not good for him. Into the last turn now he goes, and there you go, he gets the overtake done and dusted. Not going to get the manoeuvre done and dusted though on JMO. And how close is Alpha going to get here? Is he going to get the jump? No, he's not. But you can see JMO's going to be defending. Oh, look at that! What a brilliant move! He's able to complete it! Round the outside. Oh no, that would have been absolutely fantastic from Alpha if he was to be able to pull that one off. But now they're going to go side by side here to the right hand, and the cold tyres not working out for JMO. And Alpha, I'm sure, will get the overtake, and he does. Call Me Eddie's next up in queue. He's lining up for an overtake here on JMO, with Maudi just 2.1 seconds behind. Call Me Eddie getting right up the backside there. Ignore that, please. Please and thank you. Please ignore that. That was very odd for me. Yeah. I trust. Please believe me on this. I do not have a white van as a car. Yeah, sorry about that. That was very odd. Anyways, lap 18 out of 29, and Maudi with a mountain to climb. He's got to overtake both Call Me Eddie, then JMO, and then Alpha and side effects. If he's able to clear up all these men, then he will be able to go to P1 in the standings. JMO would have to pull off a massive mistake there for that to happen. I just don't see it happening, but I do see an overtake from side effects happening very soon. Maudi, fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so he's definitely got the pace to close down the gap to Eddie, JMO, Alpha. DRS though wide open here for side effects. Can he get the manoeuvre? Done and dusted here on Yilmaz. Down the inside he goes into the right-hander. I think Yilmaz has just to wave the white flag. He waves goodbye to side effects, as side effects is roaming free and ahead of this Haas car. 3 second time penalty actually, sorry, for Elite Ping. Definitely not what he wants, sorry. He's already expressed his anger by rage quitting. I don't think Eddie has any DRS to play with here. He does not. So he does not have his DRS. He's going to use a lot of his ERS though to try and gain some time here on JMO, but he hasn't used it correctly. No, he has actually. Wait, JMO's without ERS. I was looking at that. JMO's without ERS. Eddie is within ERS. He's going to have to use a little... Oh, sorry, DRS. Not ERS, DRS. He's going to have to use some ERS, though, to try and close down that gap to 1 second again. Well, under 1 second. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So... But is JMO with DRS or without? He's not got it. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting then. All these 3 men without their DRS. Interesting. Anyways, that maneuver done and dusted by Side Effects right at the top. He's pretty much a second ahead now from Yilmaz. So looks like Bahrain goes to reds here at the end of this Grand Prix. Of course, there's still 9 laps left to go, so even more drama will occur. But the most simple result is a Ferrari win and a Side Effects win. Rafita into the pit lane and Chaos up here. I'm kidding. Chaos with overtake there on Papa. And Yilmaz onto the straight. He's got the DRS back actually, so doesn't look like he's going to give up just yet on this. But it's probably worth giving up. He's up against a extremely good driver in Side Effects. And he would earn a victory here. By the way, Maudi's kept this 1.25 second gap for a long time now. He's going to have to burn some of his DRS. He's within DRS though. And he has DRS. He has DRS now. Going on to this straight. Boom. Booyaka. And now Maudi's going to have the DRS onto the straight now. Can he get a manoeuvre up the inside of... I'm joking. Up the inside of Eddie. That would be way too generous to say. DRS though wide open once more into this short straight on Eddie though. He's definitely going to gain some time here, Maudi. But how much time will he gain and when does he get an overtake? I don't think it's a matter of if. I think it's a matter of when Maudi gets this overtake now. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Maudi still gets an overtake. Wait, no. Who was that? Was that Elite Ping? Who had that moment? Well, anyways, in the blip, the gap from Eddie to JMO has gone from 1.2 to 2.5. The peak has just got a little bit more higher for Maudi to climb it. This mountain is like 5 marathons long now. 5 marathons long. There we go. He's going to use his ERS here onto the straight now. So you can see Eddie has got no ERS whatsoever. So I'm 99.9% sure that Maudi will get an overtake here onto the straight. You can see so close up to the back of the McLaren. He's going to have DRS open here on the McLaren. The McLaren, I think, just has to wave Maudi goodbye here onto the straight. But onto the first turn we go, though. He's not going to wave goodbye. In fact, he's going to wave him goodbye. Maudi with the overtake. Done and dusted. Practically leaves Eddie in the dust. You can see even with his DRS open, he doesn't even gain any time on Maudi. So Maudi, he now sets his sight on his title. Well, the standings leader, which is, of course, JMO. This is a battle for 25, 18, 15, 12. For 12 points against 10. So this wouldn't be enough for Maudi to overtake JMO in the standings. They're literally equal on ERS usage. So these two, this isn't a battle of whether or not, you know, they've got more ERS, DRS, whatever. It's a battle of just pure speed. That is beautiful. But you can just see how much this grid is now spaced out. By the way, Maudi's never got pole in this season. So, a little fun fact to throw out there. Well, not really fun fact for him, but, you know, it's just, is what it is for him, I guess. Till 29 or something. 30, 27. You know. But Papa's rejoined the session right now. We're just going to wait and see if Melody's going to get the DRS on J-Mo before J-Mo gets the DRS on Alpha. Interesting. That gap, by the way, because of the sprint race, 1 point gifted over to Melody. That is without penalties afterwards given by the stewards. And that 1 point gap would, of course, put it 5 points, and it will go to 7 points if J-Mo is able to finish like this. Melody stays behind, but if Melody stays ahead, then it would go down to 3 points coming into next week's Grand Prix. We are in the places Melody will put it. I'm not too sure what's actually next, by the way. Oh, but you can just see Melody's getting so close within DRS. Let me just see actually what's the calendar looking like then. So I'm going to go over here. And what is after Bahrain? It's Canada! So next week is Canada. So you can go to Gilles Villeneuve on the 22nd of March. That is going to be a great Grand Prix, I reckon. Actually going to be a fantastic Grand Prix. So we'll see how that shapes out. Anyways, after Canada, it's Portugal, then Japan, then Britain to Austria, then France, Belgium, Italy, USA, Mexico, and Brazil. The Autodromo Jose Cosal Lopez. That's the last race of the season, of course. We're only in round 5 right now, of course. By the way, all of these are 8 p.m. I don't go live at... Well, we don't go live at 8 p.m. Usually I have a co-commentator with me, Matthew. Today he is not available, which is quite sad. He's out doing family stuff, so hope you and your family are having a fantastic time, Matthew. You've left me alone in the comms box. I'm just kidding. But Melody is within DRS! Oh! I need to stop waffling on and start watching this DRS battle now. Melody is within DRS. Is he going to keep hovering around 1 second? He's back under within a second. He's got ERS wide open. Can he just about get it within a second here? He doesn't have ERS. Sorry, DRS. He does not have DRS. He thought it'd be enough, but it isn't. And Chaos, 3 second time penalty. And Melody is just hovering around under 1 second. Needs to get 9/10 as soon as he possibly can. Perfect first turn. Is he going to get anything? I don't think he's got DRS. No, he hasn't got DRS on this one either. I mean, he's within DRS now, but it's no use really. You can see Alpha is so close up to the backside here of Yilmaz. Yilmaz P2 would be a fantastic result for him. He's P3 in the standings, and he will most likely want to take that P2. Solifex is P6 in the standings. This will be his first rare win of the season, actually. So, would it be his first ever win in F? Would it be his first ever win in STB? I'm not too sure. Chaos DNFs. Safety car. Well, I sigh, but actually, this spices things right up to the end here. Surely Melody pits for soft. Surely J-Mo pits for soft. Surely everybody pits for softs here. Oh, this is interesting. Because now, Melody and J-Mo are going to go alongside soon. Side Effects doesn't have that gap. Chaos DNF would cause havoc. Well, safety car is out. Safety car is out. Doesn't look like Side Effects wants to pit. No one's pitting? Surely you go for softs. Huh. Anyways. Side effects up top. Yilmaz P2, Alpha P3, Jamin P4, Maudi P5, Eddie P6, Toman P7, Elite Ping P8, Alves P9, Vidovsky P10, Papa P11, Pirlo P12, Miller P13, Matador P14, Rafita P15, and Moncho P16. He's left the session actually, so I need to invite him back. Boyaka. Invited him back. Whew. Right. Get some food, folks, you know? Boyaka, get your Pringles. Muddy loves Pringles, by the way. He absolutely loves Pringles. He loves any food. He loves KFC. He told me last night, right, I was doing a Hungarian open lobby. And he was telling me how he loves KFC, and I was like, get some KFC then. He was like, Boyaka, I will then. And then he got KFC, right? Munched up all the KFC, and he was like, do you know what? That was absolutely lovely, that KFC. And I was like, I know, right? It's better than McDonald's, which is not a debate, by the way. I'm fat, so I would know it. KFC is clear of McDonald's. Clear of McDonald's. McDonald's is not even in contention in that battle. KFC is just so much more better. It's so much more better. I'll tell you who's so much more better, though. Side effects, because he's P1 of this Grand Prix right now, and what the... He's disqualified from the session. Surely that's a race ban. Surely that's a race ban. What an... Excuse me for my language, but what an absolute twat. Okay? What on earth is he doing? What? I mean... He deserves either a quali ban or a race ban after that. That is ridiculous. Why has he done that? It could be just one lap on really one out either hards or mediums. To the end. Pedal to the metal. Who wins? Oh, what a Grand Prix this can be. I can't ignore that burp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Anyways. What a Grand Prix this could be right to the end here in STB. Spices things up with the safety car. And it could mean that Side Effects could lose his throne up top, which he's kept for quite some time. After Yilmaz pitted on some hard and lost some pace, he was able to claim that P1, but right now he could lose it in a moment's notice. Maudi and JMO, though, these two have been battling for P1 in the standings for so long in this season. They're going to battle for it once more. And it's just a matter of when is there drama, not if. Safety car, folks, is in this lap. Only 2 laps for these drivers to get the overtakes. To either perish or to rise. Side Effects will lead the way out of them all. Warms up his tyres, dictates the pace. When's he going to go full throttle? He's gone! Side Effects has gone full throttle, folks, and you can just see Maudi's got the overtake on JMO! But JMO's coming straight back at him! JMO gets the re-overtake on Maudi. They are battling into the first turn. You can just see them. He's coming right back at him. Oh my word, what an absolute wonderful battle. These two have a big spin there by Yilmaz. He's dropping down the order. And now Maudi is going to go for another move here on JMO. 12 points. This is 3 points now, the gap between the two. So that would mean it goes to 2 points down into next week inside of, what was the track? Blimey now, I forgot it. Oh, who cares? Who cares, honestly? Who cares? Maudi goes extremely wide into the turn. Maybe a better exit into turn 11. This is no DRS, by the way. Full ERS and ERS only. Maori using a full ERS, but he's getting hooked down here by a leaping! A leaping! Looks up the inside of Maori, but he's not going to get an overtake. Maori gives him barely any room. He does not want to concede the position, but he does. Oh no, I'm losing my voice. Oh, but it looks like a leaping's lost traction. He has spun, spinning down the order. Maori's got a 1.1 second gap now to Jamo. Looks like Jamo might just keep it. Side effects with a 1.7 gap. And as he crosses the checkered line to start off the 29th out of 29th lap, Jamo will look up the inside. Is he going to get the move down? This is actually quite huge here. I need to get more excited about this. Oh no! What's just happened? Jamo's out the Grand Prix! Oh my god! Oh my god! Jamo's out! Jamo's out! Jamo's out! Jamo's out! Jamo's out! Jamo's out! Jamo is out of the Grand Prix in Bahrain! Even more drama has occurred! Oh my, what a moment! And now Maldi, he will take over for top spot in the standings if he crosses that checkered line. Can you believe the scenes? Maldi has just been given the biggest amount of luck I've ever seen in my life. He's been gifted this position of P1 in the standings. I'm losing my breath. I can't believe it. He's going to get P2, but this man will take P1. A stellar drive from Side Effects. He's not put a foot wrong in the Grand Prix and sprint race, even though he did get crashed out. Side Effects will enter and exit the last turn here of 15 in Bahrain. He will come across the checkered line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Fantastic drive from Side Effects, and he takes his first ever victory this season. The man previously 6th place in the championship will boost him up significantly. Fantastic from Side Effects, but Maldi with drama at the end with Jamo out of the Grand Prix. He will take home 18 points and will take home P1 in the standings. I'm going to get both Jamo and Maldi into this lobby as soon as I can to ask them some questions. What a Grand Prix! Maldi takes top spot in the standings. Can you believe it? So I'm just texting both Maldi and Jamo for interviews. But as I do that, Side Effects will take top spot in the race. Maldi top spot in the standings. 1-2 for Ferrari up top, all red. My oh my. What a Grand Prix. Jamo has just joined my party with me. So, Jamo, if you can include your audio, that would be greatly appreciated. I think I have to actually turn that on first. Yeah, I was going to say. But, anyways, I'm going to ask you some questions, of course, of that Grand Prix. I know, but I've invited Maldi. Don't know when he's going to join. But, have you included it?
Yes.
And Maldi has joined. Okay. So, Jamo, disappointment for you. Right at the end of the Grand Prix, you would have actually extended your gap on Maldi in the championship standings, going from 6 points to, I believe, around 8. And then you crashed out. What was your thoughts immediately after you saw your front right wheel come off of your car?
No words. Alfred needs to learn how to fucking race. Dickhead.
Well, from one side of the spectrum to the other, Maldi, you take home second place in the Bahrain Grand Prix. You take home second in the race. You take home first in the championship standings. Taking all those 18 points home creates a actual significant gap over to JMO in the standings. Your opinions after the race?
Firstly, I want to apologise to JMO. I don't know what the hell happened at turn 1 and 2. It was crazy. And I was actually looking forward to watching Alphas and JMO battle for that podium. No words about that. But the race was hard for me. Obviously, I won the sprint, but then it was a little bit difficult. I had Elite was a lot quicker and tried to really defend the position hard. But yeah, I then had a little spin, and then side effects actually kind of span me a little bit. I don't know. I have to look back at the clip, but it was hard. But then I came back through, and then the safety car came out. Yilmaz, messed up. So I was happy with P4. I think that was the position, P4. But then JMO and Alphas just had that collision. I don't know what happened there. I'm sure I'll both be sending clips into the stewards. But yeah, P2, I'm happy. I believe I'm leading the championship now by 13 points. My favourite track next week, so I was hoping to just build on that. But yeah, Bahrain, Maldi's back.
Speaking of next week and Canada, even that's the track that we're going to. You can all join us. Canada's next.
Pardon? Are we?
Yep, next week. Canada.
No, Portugal's next.
Well, I saw it says on the Formula 1 companion app that it's Canada.
Fucking.
Well, it does. So I'll check in the Discord. But anyways, thank you two for spending your time to come in here for that interview. So
it's Portugal. It's Portugal. Maybe there was just a little problem with the calendar. Yeah, it's Portugal next week. Sorry.
So Portugal is next week. So you can join us over for there, same time, 8 p.m. It's no sprint for that one, so we shouldn't have any troubles in terms of people leaving and I have to invite them back, which is good. Hopefully Matthew will be joining me next week for that. Also, you can see Tier 1 and Tier 2, which is Monday and Tuesday. Monday being Tier 1, Tuesday being Tier 2. That Tier 1 will be covered by me and Maldi, Tier 2, Maldi and Matthew. Thank you all for watching the Bahrain Grand Prix and sprint race. Some crazy drama leads on to some questions to be answered in Portugal next week. Thank you all for listening or watching. Goodbye.